forget what I put up here. It's too small for me to read, so why don't you tell me where
How
you
about
are?
finger
Oh,
store?
shit. I forgot. You're going to have to beep his name because I don't know if he wants to be in there. But he is a I don't know if you know who that is, by the way. He is a former Buffalo Bills player. Let's just put it that
Bills.
way.
I don't know why I thought NBA, but
I can get into more detail of his career for you after the show, but because I don't know. I found out that he doesn't remember this story, but I don't know that he'd want me to like mention it. But he did. He said, "Oh, that sounds like some Buffalo shit." So he remembers, but he kind of doesn't remember exactly what it is. But my best friend Matt Bergman is a comedian, big road dog. He's actually got a dry bar comedy special out there right now if you want to check that out. But he used to get all these Bills players to like him somehow. You know what I mean? Like through performing around town. Somehow he'd become friends with. And I was always so jealous of him, you know? Because like he'd be hanging out with like some of the coolest players. Some of them weren't that cool, you know? But some of them were really cool. And I would be like, man, that would be so much fun. And it was Thanksgiving Eve and we did a show. And this particular player came to the show and invited us afterwards to go to a nightclub with him where he was going to have like the whole shebang, you know, the booths and the bottle service and all that. So we go, and my friend has two girls with him. And one of the girls is just kind of like this like cute but like nerdy girl or whatever. So we go, and I get fucking hammered. I'm like, we're having bottle service with fucking this Buffalo Bills player. This is amazing. Like, there's other Bills players there. I'm like, I'm fucking living it up, you know? I forget how old I was, 23 or something like that. I'm like, this is the best. And me and this girl start talking, and then we're like, I'm borderline blackout drunk, but we start like grinding on the dance floor, me and this girl, like disgustingly. Like, I'm talking like borderline having sex with our clothes on. Like, it was like we were in that kind of trance where it was like we thought we were having sex even though we were completely clothed. That type of gross dancing, you know? And eventually, like, it gets to the point where we're just like sweaty messes, and we just like fall into one of the VIP booths that we're hanging out in around all of these like athletic black athletic men. Let's just put it that. And it's me and this white girl in the middle of this booth, and we start going at it, like, and
you're having sex?
No, I start fingering her at the booth, like in front of all these people. Like, she's completely down, by the way. This isn't like she's like finger me. She's like telling me to do it, basically. Like, she's like
finger me.
Yeah, yeah, dude. She was aggressive. I mean, those nerdy ones, sometimes they get real like a wild hair up their ass, you know? And, you know, and she's probably having, you know, excited about the access that we've just been having and drinking for free and everything. And
now you're excited about that access.
Oh, so, and I mean, we're acting like no one's around, let alone like, again,
Doug
athletes.
Flutie and
Yeah. The 2012 Buffalo Bills are all around. And I overhear this particular player go like, "What the fuck?" And like, I didn't stop, and
because he wasn't talking to you, you know.
Not really, but like, so
but I mean, did you think he was, or were you just like, that's some side shit?
I thought maybe, I don't know. I'm like, he's not grabbing me and telling me to stop or anything. I mean, I'll wait till it's really addressed directly.
I mean, she's asking me to finger.
I mean, she's not stopping either. She wasn't like, the what the fuck didn't deter her from continuing. So, my buddy Matt, I hear him go like, "Isn't that crazy? Just like let him go. He doesn't get laid a lot." Or so he said something like that or whatever. And he goes, "I don't give a shit, dude. That's my hero." That's what this particular Buffalo Bills player said in that moment. That made me stop. And I shook his hand. I took my hand out of the girl.
You took your hand out of her vagina.
I took my hand out of the girl and shook his hand.
Oh,
talk about that, you know?
Oh my God.
And he shook it, and he goes, "Oh shit." He was like upset, like, and yeah, like, I guess, you know, and I brings a tear to my eye, honestly, now knowing this new world with COVID-19, we might not be able to shake any hands ever again.
Let alone
take
finger
one out of a
bang
pussy. And I mean, do you think that would have been allowed these days?
Fuck no.
That ain't social distancing
That's
at all.
my hero.
Yeah, but I had to acknowledge that.
Sounds
sure.
like some buffalo shit.
And then my friend, because I texted my friend about it. I'm like, will you ask him if he remembers it? You know, because like I wanted to talk about it and see if I could like bring up his name. And he goes, he says he doesn't remember it, but it sounds like some buffalo shit.
That is so good, dude.
But yeah, so
my God.
I like dirty Sanchez him, but not, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
do you ever have a stripper do that to you, by the way?
I've never. I'll tell you what I have had. Not that. I've never had a stripper put a finger up herself and then give me the mustache.
Oh, well,
No.
that's
You've had that?
shame. I have, yeah.
Well, you go first.
And I don't know if this is, by the way, like before I don't take my verbiage on the next explanation as gospel, because I don't know if this is like a crime or not or something. Because
I believe that Dirty Sanchez is.
No, I know that, but I'm saying the reason why we were doing this was the record label people that would come in from Warner Brothers to my radio station. They would take us to the Canadian strip clubs for like a night out, put it all on the Warner Brothers car.
Yeah.
So we'd go
And
ham.
the Canadian strip clubs, yeah.
Yeah, so like $200
They
at
get freaky up in
if
Canada.
you have 200 whatever Canadian goof money they have up there, if you have 200 of whatever that is,
Monopoly
loonies,
dollars.
yeah,
Yeah.
they call them loonies. Okay, I mean Jesus, if you have 200 of that, you can get two women in one of these horseshoe things to basically have sex with each other. And so we used to go up with these Warner Brothers guys. I don't know if I should be saying the record label's name. They're all not working there anymore. But we would go up for thumbs, we'd call it. And what thumbs was we'd pay the 200 and we'd get the two girls to put thumbs in each other's butts at the same time.
Okay.
In the horseshoe thing. So we'd all be sitting in a horseshoe thing. I thought it was like juvenile and I was the youngest one. These are like 40-year-old men and I'm like 19 and I'm like, this seems a little juvenile. You know what I mean? Like, and I hated strip clubs, but I would go because, you know, free drinks and stuff and Warner, you know, these guys, I mean, hey, Linkin Park was on the label. But so I forget even why I brought this up. Oh, so what they did was we were doing thumbs and one of the fucking stupid ass label execs like whispered in one of the ears, like, give Josh a dirty Sanchez. So she was like doing thumbs and then she was like, you like, well, she was like, you know, Russian or whatever, saying, you know, you like this or whatever. And I was like, sure, yeah. And then she goes, squished. And I was like, what the fuck, dude?
Oh, dude, I would have thrown. Oh, fuck. That
Yeah,
would
and
definitely
then-
not be allowed right now.
And then like everyone laughed and they were like, we did it to Eric
Oh.
last time. And I was like, oh, cool. I mean,
Okay,
like,
so Eric got shit on his face. Now I
Eric's
gotta
like,
do
yeah,
it.
man, they did it to me last time. It was
Oh
hilarious. I
my
was like,
God.
oh.
No, I've never had that.
But, you know, I don't care. I'm a scoundrel anyway. I was like, I'll put my fucking tongue up there, lady. You think you're trying to play
Yeah,
a
but
trick
that's
on me?
that's at your own will. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
but you know what I'm saying. Like,
You
she was
give
trying
that a little litmus
you
test
gotta
before
you gotta
go right
alpha
in.
them though. It's like she was trying to like get one up on me to make me be like, oh, gross. I was like, listen, lady, I'll suck your fucking thumb. Get that shit out of my face. I'm not like these other suits over here that get all like little skittish when you put your fucking shitty thumb in their nose, you know?
So you just did you go wipe your face?
No, I took it. I was like, oh, that, yeah, hilarious, guys. Like, I just like kind of acted like I didn't care, you know?
You're a better man than me because I would have been throwing fists at the dudes for sure.
Yeah, I mean, I was young and they were old. They were like,
I would
they
have put my
were
thumb
older
right
men.
in his eye and gave him pink eye.
You know, at the time when you're like 19 or whatever, a guy in his like 30s seems like a dad to you or whatever.
That's
you
who
know?
I would have beat. Yeah, the older guy.